Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So this year, that is in the year 2022, the Nobel Prize in Physics had connections with Bell's inequality. So let me try to explain you in layman terms what is this Bell's inequality all about. It must be very interesting once you come to understand at least a little about the physical implications of Bell's inequality in our sustaining universe. Okay. So the statement of Bell's inequality reads as no physical theory of local hidden variables. No physical theory of local hidden variables can ever reproduce the predictions of quantum mechanics. So that is the statement given by Bell. So this local hidden variable is a term which was actually introduced earlier by the EPR paper, Einstein, Podolsky, and Nathan. So now let me tell you what is the gist of the theory. The theory predicts about certain kind of non-local world, okay, quite opposed to the local world. So what is this non-local? Non-local here means, say you have two particles which are far apart in space but connected close together in time, and these particles, even though they are far apart in space, they can communicate by some kind of mechanism. Okay, for example, entangled photons or electrons, for instance. This theory was proved in the year 1964, and experimentally it was verified by Professor Aspect and others in the year 1983. So the theory being proved by Professor Bell, and the experiment confirming that this theory revealed that actually the world is non-local. Now, because there are correlation existing between pair of entangled photons or electrons. Now, to illustrate it further in a very layman term, let me just give you a simple example. Take, for instance, I have two friends, say X and Y. What I do is, in each day of a month, I send them some toys. Now, the color may be anything. Let me choose the color, maybe green or blue. And the engine of the toy may be made up of steam or electric. Now, when these guys, they receive the parcel from me, and please remember the X and Y, they are separated at large distances. They are, one is living in New York, the other is living in, say, in my place, Assam, Silchar. Now, what is actually happening is, these guys, when they receive the parcel, they open the parcel, and they have some device which can tell, which can distinguish between the colors, that is green or blue. And they have some other device which can tell that the engine of the vehicle that I gave runs on electric or steam. And then these guys, they make some measurements for certain correlations. Now, what is the very interesting thing is that in our everyday world, okay, our things are dictated by two major principles. One is realism, the other one is locality. Now, what is this realism and what is this locality? Realism here means that whenever they open the thing and they see the color, it is the information that I have already provided in the overall system. That means their measurements reveal the data which I have put into the system in the past. And locality here means the measurement, say, made by X does not at all affect the measurement made by Y. And this is quite understandable. One can easily understand. So Bell's theorem, I hope you got it. Bell's theorem, on the other hand, says that the things happening in his equations and his theory are quite incompatible with the concept that is happening with those concepts of realism and locality. And this is called non-local. That is, if there are two particles, for example, entangled photons, which are far apart in space, they can make communications by certain mechanisms. So that is why these experiments have now been proved to be true. So this remains a food for thought for my subscribers and people who are interested in these theories about entanglement of photons or electrons, to dive further and try to understand more. This video was just a glance of what was Bell's inequality and its violation all about. So, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.